love. Wanna talk about it. The rhythm of love. Good evening, good people. Welcome to Flavor House's The Love Rhythm Recipe. My name is Casey. I'm your host. I'm your master chef. I am your navigator through this thing we call food and love. Well, let me tell you, I got the pots are going. It's going to be a good tasting meal. We're going to be doing some turkey Parmesan. Got some turkey on sale, just as thin as a rail. I'm trying to get turkey chops and they gave me paper, but we're going to make it work, okay? And I'm going to have a nice little noodle dish that I'm making with it. It's going to be all good. Tonight, we are going to be talking about, are you in love or are you simply obsessed? Think about that. That feeling that you have if they go somewhere and you can't count, you looking out the window. You can't work. You can't eat. You got to wonder where they are all the time. Is that really being in love? We're going to explore that. But first, I'm going to show you, ta-da! The mocktail of the evening that pairs very well. Well, if it was alcoholic, okay, but it's not. What are we calling this, Corey?
I'm calling it the frosted cherry bomb.
Okay, he called it the frosted cherry bomb. It tastes very good. But what I'm gonna do is, because every time I drink, see, it has the sugar around the rim. So every time I drink, I get little particles of sugar stuck on my lip, and that's not a good look. So I'm going to take a little bit of it off, but it tastes so delicious. It's very refreshing. I'm telling you guys should start making some of these things because, hey, it tastes really good. What is it made of, Corey?
Strawberry lemonade. We add some strawberry kiwi seltzer water, also some lemon lime seltzer water with it. A little bit of grenadine.
Oh, that's good.
Just topped it with it's garnished with cherry.
Okay, don't know if you heard that. So I'm going to try to replicate. We have some pink lemonade. So we have some sugar-free pink lemonade. Minute Maid makes it. They make lemonade and mango juice and all this kind of stuff. And it's all sugar-free. So we drink that. Then we have some lemon lime salsa water. We have strawberry kiwi salsa in here. We have a little bit of grenadine. We have some simple syrup. Ours is Splenda. What else do we have? We have cherry. Okay. And that's about it. And if you want to get froggy, you can put a little bit of lime up in there if you want to. But we're going to do it just like this. It is very good, very good. And it's going to pair well with our turkey Parmesan. So first thing I want to do is I want to let you guys see what the ingredients are. It's very simple. It is. And I got a couple of shortcuts. I always do. All right. So let us begin.
Want to start with your seasonings?
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to start with the seasonings. And this right here, when you are doing this, of course, you're going to have a coating. So the coating is going to be made of really finely grind breadcrumbs. Usually when I do breadcrumbs, I use the panko ones, but they're a little bit bigger. And this particular meat we have, this turkey meat, is really, really thin. So I went for the 4C or any plain breadcrumb, or if you have Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, they're good because this is very, very fine. It's finely milled. Let me see. Let me pour a little bit in here and let you get a look. Oh, I'll pour a little bit on the top. Okay, so if you can see this, and I'm going to bring this down, this is very finely milled.
Bring it forward.
Up, right here.
Right there.
Okay, there you go. All right, so this is what you want. Something like that.
Oh, Deborah said hello.
Hey, Deborah Huckabee, how are you? So you can get the store brand. You can get this brand. Like I said, I go for whatever is on sale at the time, and I just buy them because I don't use breadcrumbs a lot. But this is a 15-ounce can. I will show you. I used half of this can for this. And the reason why, you don't really have to use that much, but I got mine's kind of like in a dredging tub. So I got that going on like that because I got a lot of little pieces. So I have the breadcrumbs. I have some dried basil. Now, when the last time you see me use some dried, but you want to season your breadcrumbs. Really can't put fresh basil in that. That's not what the dynamic is. Keyword, dynamic. Then I have some parsley flakes, dried. I have some Italian seasoning, dried, because it has everything in here. You know, all of the oregano and the thyme and all those good things in here. And then I have a little black pepper. I have some onion powder. I have some garlic powder. Now, all of these things that we're talking about right here are going into the breadcrumbs, okay? And then, of course, I have my Casey's Blessing, which I use for everything. It's all-purpose seasoning. You can get one at your, not one of these, but an all-purpose seasoning of your choice until this is available, okay? I have my herbets, and this will not be in the dried ingredients. This right here will be part of my pasta sauce, because I'm going to make up a pasta sauce. What I did, and the hack is this. Okay, normally you would get tomato paste or whatever the case may be, you know, if you're making it from scratch. I decided, hey, I'm going to find the cheapest spaghetti sauce in the store, and I'm going to lift it up, and it's going to be just like I made it from scratch, because all of this is a base. You get the cheap spaghetti sauce, they don't have much of anything in it. So they had the store brand spaghetti sauce, and I didn't know it was going to be this big. They have, and you see how big this is? This is 24 ounces. Wow. You will not believe what I paid for this. Anybody want to guess? Well, I'll tell you, because I just want to keep going. Okay. So, got to pop up here. This right here costs $1.29. Oh, you said $1. Oh, who said that?
Good
you
guess.
were close. You were close. This costs $1.29. Now, I have never, ever used this before, but I'm going to step this up to the level of, hey, this should have my name on the front of this when I finish, okay? So I got this, and like I said, this is 24 ounces, and that'll be all I'll be needing, because I'm not going to submerge this stuff into sauce, and you'll see. I have some tomato paste, my normal tube of tomato paste, and hello, Volvo Love. I tell you, Volvo Love is a pricer. That's all I can say. You can price anything. I have, let me show them tomato paste. Okay, got, you know, my normal little tomato paste in the tube, or you can get a can, but I like this. It's very fragrant, and like I said, I can get it for the cheap side. I had 4 eggs, and I took the eggs and I beat them up, and this is in my little pan here. Okay, so I beat them up really good. But I have them in here. This is going to be for my turkey meat, my little turkey cutlets. Of course, I have some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. So it's a difference. You can tell when it's freshly grated, it's not dry feeling like the ones in the cans that you shake. So I got this. Okay, she can take that, and you can take this. And what is in here? So, Casey, what's in here? It is some minced garlic is in here. We have a red pepper. We have an onion. What else we have in here? We have some celery flakes and all of the herbs, the basil, the Italian herbs, and parsley, because this is going to be part of my pasta sauce. So, you know, I pulverize it. I make this into a highly flavored paste, and this is really going to enhance that store brand stuff. Okay? Now, you don't have to do this. You can just cut it up really fine, or if you want it, you know, chunkier. But I'm going to tell you, when you pulverize it, it really brings out the flavor. Of course, any tomato-based thing that I make has to have some sugar in it of some sort. You can use regular sugar. You can use the sugar of your choice. The sweetener of your choice, whatever that is. I use Splenda. So that'll be what I'll be using, because it kind of cuts the tangy of a tomato. And then this is probably about, and I didn't even look at how many pounds this was. What do you think? This is
probably about 2.5 pounds.
About 2.5 pounds. Now, these little things, put it this way, they look like you could see through them. Okay, but I have 2.5 pounds of what I thought were turkey chops because that is what it advertised. And of course, you can't really see. Okay, what is this? I'm seeing something here.
Oh, looks
I
like
can't.
channel.
Okay, listen, guys. So, Lone Wanderer, you
meal.
are such a sweetheart. You really are. You really are. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out my Lone Wanderer. I'm going to put my glasses on. I can see. Long. You can do what?
No, I'm saying, you want to read it or you got it?
Yes, read it, please.
It says, put this toward the next meal, next week's topic suggestion, expensive expectations in a relationship.
Oh,
excellent. Thank
okay.
you so much.
You trying to get me put out of my house, right? Lone is trying to get me put out of my house, y'all. Lone Wanderer. You all support me. I'm so thankful. This lady I really am. I really thank her. You know, she just gave me $20. $19.99. Now, how you gonna do $19.99 when they take the penny away? Oh, thank you so much, Lone, and you got it. That is going to be our next topic for next week: expensive expectations in a relationship. So, do you have a sugar daddy or a sugar mama? Or are you looking for one? I'm going to make that one real spicy. So I have this pasta that I saw. I thought it was so cute. It looks like macaroni. And I'm going to pronounce it as cavatappi? Cavatappi? Cavatappi. Okay. The difference in this is, if you can see closely, let me get it closer to you. It's not just your regular macaroni. So I thought it was really cute. And so I'm going to do something with this. You can get, regular pasta. You can get, linguine, whatever. But I get so tired of the same thing. It was cute, and I just wanted to try this because it's kind of curly Q type thing. So it's fantastic. So I'm going to put this over here. No, beautiful assistant is going to take this. So, is it ready?
Not quite.
Okay, she's over there cooking the pasta. So we're going to take this, put this back over here. So I'm just going to say a few little tidbits about this. So like I said, are you in love or are you obsessed? So let's figure out what the difference is. Okay. So feels good versus feeling consuming. Okay. Love is supposed to boost you up, lift you up. Like they say, love lifts me up where I belong. Okay, or us, or whatever. That's what it's supposed to do. It is supposed to grow trust. It is supposed to be kind. It's supposed to be shared, and you're supposed to be happy if it's love. Okay. Obsession, however, it sucks the very life out of you. It drains you. It consumes your every thought, all your time, energy. It's like a little lovely succubus, just sucking everything out of you. Okay. Yeah. Lona's laughing at me. What'd you say? It won't let me say. What'd you say? It won't let you say $20. I'm joking with you, girl. Let me tell you something. I am so grateful if you said nothing, if you do nothing but have your presence here. But I'm just saying, I'm thinking to myself, right? Everything on television, if you notice, when they advertise stuff, they never give whole numbers. It's always 1998, 1999. When they get rid of the penny, what are they going to do? Think about it. Okay, you can get rid of a dime because you can take 10 pennies or you can take 2 nickels. Okay, don't get me started on that crazy. Back to this. Okay, so like I said, obsession can take all the air out of your life's room. Or your room's life? Your life's room, yes. Okay, healthy versus unhealthy. Love brings balance, okay? Even in the tough times, and for sure. And obsession, well, it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. It's one-sided. It can hurt both parties in a relationship. It really can. And because you have one person that's feeling like they have a chokehold on themselves, and then you're the one with the leash. So, or vice versa. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do this chicken. So, because I wanted to sit out and get a little air so it can dry a little before I fry it up. Because I'm going to do a little fry on it very quick. I told beautiful assistant not to let me say chicken. Turkey, y'all. Turkey. Turkey was on sale. turkey. So we decided to do the turkey. Okay, it's a bird though. It is. But as I told you once before, turkeys can fly. Chickens, no. They thumbing it. They're not doing that. Let me take a little sip of this. So, have any of you ever had or been in love to the point that you thought that you could not breathe if you did not have this person in your presence all the time? Think about that while I go over here. Okay? So, I'll be right back. Matter of fact, no, we're going to move y'all over here. Y'all need to see this. So, I already have my breading station set up, as I said, with the breadcrumbs I use. This is 15 ounces, and you don't have to do that if you're not making as much as I am. Okay, but I use half of this because I have so many breadcrumbs. I'm like, let me get rid of them. So that's what I did. So I'm going to bring my table over here. We are going to move the computer so you guys can get a bird's eye view of what's going on. Just like that. Let me get this over here. This will be about good. Okay, let me move this because the pasta sauce and stuff, I will get that on once I get this turkey seasoned up.
Lone said being devoted in a relationship drains you too. I've loved, but not like that. But there was one time my husband rolled one in the night. I swear I was suffocating.
Girl, let me tell you something. I'm going to email you, Lone. I got something to tell you. That's all I'm gonna say. So wait, I'm gonna email you, not tonight, probably tomorrow once I get a little rest, and I'm gonna tell you something really funny. This is a joke between you and me, okay? That is funny. Yeah, you're right about that. That'll take all the air out the room. It sure will. So I have my little thing set up here. And let me get this over here. Drive that up. So like I said, I took the 4 eggs and I whipped them up. I seasoned my bread crumbs already. So with all those seasonings I showed you, all the dry seasonings, it's all in here. So I have that over here. And then I'm just going to do the turkey. And I'm going to season the turkey up inside the bag. Okay. But let me get this jewelry off. I think I'm going to use some gloves because, all that flour this morning, for those of you who weren't there, I had to fry some stuff and flour everywhere. Okay. So let me get some gloves and then we shall begin. I'm going to season this up. First, I'll put the seasoning on. So, let me bring this down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me just kind of squeeze that. Okay, let me check the pasta because I don't want the pasta to be overcooked. I think that's good right there. Okay, guys, give me one moment. I just want to put my pasta in the strainer so I can stop the cooking process. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to stick this here. Now just run over my pasta a little just so they don't stick together. And I'm doing hot water because I don't want them to get too cold. But I just want to get this. I want to get the starch off of them, or they'll get sticking together, and I don't want that. So I'll do that. I'll let them drain because I will be using this pot again. So let me just get these all drained off. They'll sit there, and when I'm ready to use the pot again, then I'll have them over there. But like I said, this is the egg that I'm going to use. Let me get this all wiped up. And let me move my pot. This is my pot. I'm going to put some, make the spaghetti sauce in. Or the pasta sauce, because we're not doing spaghetti. And I'm going to do this turkey here. So, she has gloves. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I got this. First thing I'm going to do is get my Casey's blessing. I'm not going to do a whole lot with this, but we did put some ADOS meat tenderizer on this, and it sat in the fridge for a few hours. You know, turkey breast can be dry. So we're trying to hold in the moisture, and the ADOS meat tenderizer works as a wonderful dry brine. So where people put salt water or whatever, or kosher salt, and they brine their turkey so it can be moist, we're doing a shortcut. So I put as much of this as I want. It's about a tablespoonful of this, but I can do that with Casey's Blessing because Casey's Blessing has no sodium. This is straight up herbs and spices. That's it. So you want to season yours according to what you are using. So I'm going to put a half a teaspoonful of some black pepper. And let me get a little black pepper in my mixture over here because I don't think I put it in there. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit of onion powder. See, my fresh herbs and things are going to come in my sauces and things because you really don't want to put anything too bumpy or wet. I'm putting in some basil and pretty much all of the dried seasonings with the exception of the parsley flakes. I'm not doing that. Okay, so this is a little bit of garlic powder. So all of these are a half a teaspoonful with the exception of the Casey's Blessing where I just went ballistic because I can. And so this is some Italian seasoning. And then I'm going to put a little pinch of salt in here. But you don't need a whole lot. And you may not even need any because once we do the sauce on here, it's going to have enough components. But I'm just going to put a little bit. Just a little sprinkle. So little you can't hardly see it. That's it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. I'm going to massage it in. I'm going to close up this cheap freezer bag that I will never buy these ever again. Oh, my goodness. And then you buy something you don't like, and it takes forever for you to get rid of it. It never goes away. It just keeps coming back over and over and over again and multiplying and all that good stuff like that. Okay, so... Okay, let me just get that in there. Now you can make it how you can lay this out flat. I'm just, I just try to avoid touching these things if I can. And I'm shaking your camera. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm just getting this all covered. And yeah, let me move away. Let me move back some because I know this noise is probably annoying you. Okay. And I'm just getting all of the seasonings, just trying to get some more. And I need to put a little bit more on this side because I see it's sticking more. These little cutlets, huh? I tell you. I'm going to put a little bit more Casey's Blessing right on there. In here, rather. On that side. Okay, so... Okay, I think, yeah. Okay, there you go. I'm going to make it rain. It's okay, guys. You'll never walk alone. No, you won't. They like for me to talk to them. These turkeys, very temperamental. They said, hey, if I'm going to do what you want me to do today, hey, you got to make me feel like you care. And I do care. I care if you drive. Yes, I sure do. Okay, so now that I have this like this, and yeah, okay, that's good enough. So let me close this up. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to try to get you guys as close as possible. I don't know, maybe I'll put my dredging stuff. I'm wondering if I should put it on the table. Let's see. Because I need to have a lot of things on here.
Okay, you want me to move something?
You might want to move some because I think I'm going to put my dredging stuff here because I want them to see what I'm doing. Okay. And I need this whole space, really. Okay. Because I need to put You can take all that. Oh, just put it down on the bottom there.
Yeah.
On the bottom shelf. So we're going to move this stuff over. And I'm going to show you what I do in order to let it sit and get some air for a couple of seconds. While I do that, I'm going to put the spaghetti sauce on because that can be slow cooking while we're doing everything else. So I need the rest of this off too.
Yeah.
Okay, this and that can go over there. Ooh, almost dropped it. Okay, and let's bring this here. All right, so take the butter. All right, y'all, and Splenda. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So I'm going to move this back. Just like that.
Could you turn the camera that way? Like, could you?
Well, no, it's going to go across. It's going to go across. So I'm trying to see because I wrote this little computer is so small. I can't really see.
Turn it this way, and then you'd have that whole section.
Well, no, I need to put it across this way. That's what I'm saying. I need to put the stuff.
You don't want to stand on that side? Okay.
No, I'm going across this way.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get this over here. So I have my egg, as I said, I've already beaten it up. So I have 4 eggs here, and you don't have to use that much. I've got more meat or poultry or turkey or, that thing. So what I have here is a cookie sheet. I have it lined with foil, and I have a little grid. When I cover the meat, when I coat the meat, the turkey, I'm going to hit it here, put it here, and then it's going there so it can kind of dry before. And when I say I'm going to flash fry this, it's going to be 1, 2, bam, because this stuff is so thin. You know, they usually tell you to pound your cutlets or whatever. This does not require that. If I pound this, it'll be it'll probably, I don't know. It'll get so thin until you wouldn't be able to see it. So I don't know. But let me get these gloves on. Because I don't even think these are quarter thick. A quarter, they said about a half, if you really want to do a ½ inch thick. I don't even think these are quarter inch thick. But you work with what you got. Okay, so let me rub the rest of this rub in since I got my hands in here. And get that on there. Ooh, I know what I need too. And see what I didn't do. I want to put a little paprika in the breadcrumbs so it can have a little color. Because I don't want to cook them too much. So I'm going to get the paprika. I thought I had it out, but I guess I didn't. Okay, I'm going to put a little of the paprika inside my breadcrumbs. Then I'm going to take my gloved hand that did not touch the turkey. Let's put a little of that in there. And I'm going to swish it around a little so it can incorporate itself with the rest of the lovely ingredients in here. All the herbs, and they'll be all together now. So back to this obsession. So the reason why I chose this topic is because, hey, I'm watching YouTube as usual. Okay, that's really pretty much all I watch is YouTube, different little things, for demographics. But I ran across a story, and I think it was like this. They have this show, and I can't remember the name, some kind of crime show, whatever. And I like crime shows. But anyway, so they had this guy, and this young lady came from Russia or Czechoslovakia or somewhere, but she was very beautiful, and she wanted to be a model. So she came over to the United States, and she had a series of bad relationships, okay? And it looks like she was just a magnet. Now, you see what I'm saying about these things? Look at this. Look at that. They look like somebody's skin. But anyway, she had a series of bad relationships. Looks like everybody that she got involved with was obsessed over her. Now, she was very beautiful, okay? But, I mean, everybody that she had a relationship with wanted to possess her. They were obsessed with her. And the poor thing, she just was having a time of it. So she got a divorce. And you would think she got away from that. Then she got another boyfriend that was obsessive. But then she met this older guy. She was in maybe her 20s. And he was about 50 something. And he perpetrated a fraud, said that he was a photographer and pretending to live a specific type of life and way. And that wasn't true. In reality, he had nothing. He kind of just hitched himself to her star, because she did get a lot of modeling jobs and stuff when she came. She was in New York, and he kind of, because she didn't speak English, he was kind of her translator. And in her mind, we have a friendship. So if you see, I have this on here, got the egg in there, and I'm just going to shake some of this off, just like that. And I'm going to put it in this mixture. And I'm going to do all of these like that. So anyway, make a long story short, she's thinking one thing about the relationship. He's over there telling everybody and his mother that this is going to be my future wife. I have the most beautiful woman in the world, and she's going to be mine, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so like I said, she didn't speak much English, but she didn't feel, I guess she could feel vibes that, it wasn't what she wanted it to be, and he was feeling something different. So make a long story short, everything the lady did, she couldn't even go to the bathroom. He was there. If she went on a photo shoot, she went on a 6-hour photo shoot during Fashion Week. He sat outside for 6 hours. Every move she made, if she went somewhere with a friend, he's calling her and leaving cryptic messages. So he was obsessed with her. So she had a girlfriend that she really liked in the UK. And so she was telling her girlfriend, how this is really creeping her out. She didn't want to be with him because she had moved in with him when she came from her country. So now I'm taking this and I'm putting it over here so it can kind of dry out a little. Okay. And she got a girlfriend to come over here to live with her. She left his house. She went and got an apartment, and a girlfriend from the UK came over, and she was living with her. So they had living their life. Well, he became jealous of her and the girlfriend's relationship because she actually was able, to kind of move away from him. Well, we go along, and he's getting more obsessed and more angry. And then he starts telling his friends that he doesn't want to live anymore. He's about to end the relationship with her. I think he even told one of his friends that he's going to shoot her and then pour acid on her face or something like that to disfigure her and then unalive himself. Okay, but of course nobody paid him any attention. Well, he ended up, because she said, he knew the relationship was over. He felt like she and her girlfriend had more than just a friendship. And that was threatening to him. So what he did, he set them up. He told them that, hey, come over. Let's have one last we're going to go out to dinner one last time. We're going to, come over to my house and have some nightcaps one last time. And then after that, I'm going to leave you alone. Well, poor girl goes over there. Both of the friends, she and her friend, they didn't really want to go, but they figured, hey, I'll do them this solid one last time. They got over there. And needless to say, he did exactly what he said he was going to do, but he did it to both of them. And then he did it to himself. So I say this to say that definitely was not love. But they said that every girlfriend or every woman that he had pursued prior to her, he was obsessive in that way. So the obsession, when someone is obsessed with you, that's not healthy because it's not coming from a healthy place. I mean, in my opinion. Okay, now I'm not going to lie. When you first have a relationship, you're all starry-eyed and, you hang up and you hang up. You hang up and, you want to be with them all the time. And, reality just doesn't sink in. But eventually you get past that stage and reality sets in. And yeah, sometimes you want to go to sleep. So you really will hang up that phone when you're tired. And that's normal and that's fine. Okay, because life has to progress even though you are in love with someone. When you continue to basically stalk people, if you have to stalk someone in order to be with them, it seems to me it's a sense of insecurity in you. You know what I'm saying? Because you are probably saying to yourself, they're gonna leave me, or they're always gonna love me. Do they care about me? They're not spending enough time with me, so maybe they don't care about me. And see, that's tiring. It is tiring to spend that much time on anyone, including yourself. Okay, so that's not love. That is not love. And if the person cared about you in that way, it would probably drive them away, because no one wants to be the object of someone's affection to the point of they can't breathe. And so if you feel that way about somebody, you might want to check yourself, okay? Because that's not normal. It's not normal. It's just not normal, okay? And I'm not going to even say that it is. I have...
Can I read a couple of
Sure.
So, Lone actually had a couple of things that they said.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first thing, a while back, she said those thin turkey pieces would make great katsu or schnitzel.
Yes, it would. Exactly. And you wouldn't have to do anything with them. You're absolutely right.
I know what katsu is.
Schnitzel is a German dish, and it's very good. They use schnitzel. They use veal blown with schnitzel?
Okay, while we wait for that, I'm gonna read the other question. So she asked, do obsessed people want an adult toy or a partner?
Pretty much a toy. Pretty much a toy. You got it right. You hit the nail on the head. Pretty much a toy. Okay, something that's going to be there that they can hold on to like a security blanket. That is a very good analogy. Okay, and that's okay. Go on.
No, I'm saying they said yes to the deal as far as the shoe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
because it's very very thin.
Very
okay.
Thin. And then also after the obsessed question, she said, "Is there a model district Soho?" This was a New York question.
No, it was 7th Avenue is the model districts, not Soho. Soho may be where they live if they got enough money, because Soho is très expensive. You know.
Said, I would never, if he'd never leave me alone in the bathroom, I'd make sure I ate chili.
Okay, he would be right there. I'm telling you, this guy was so obsessed. If she probably passed gas, he would put it in a bottle and inhale it every day. Okay, that's how bad it was. It was not healthy. And like I'm going to say, I don't think a person is your friend if they won't tell you the truth. He had all these friends, and he's sitting up here, and they clearly saw that this lady, whenever she was in his presence, looked like she was repulsed by him. But he's going around, oh, she's my everything. She's going to be my wife, blah, blah, blah. And they're sitting up placating what he's saying, and they're supposed to be his friend. Okay. And then when he started threatening that he was going to do her in, do himself in, they pay no attention to this man. It's just like, I don't see where they were really good friends, because obviously he was unhinged by the way for years. I don't mean for a few months he was acting like this. This was for several years that he went around living in this fantasy. And it's like, you're gonna love me whether you like it. And I am telling you, I'm not going. Okay. If you listen to some of these songs, okay, that's obsession. Okay. And they sound so good. There's another one that Aretha Franklin used to sing. I'm gonna knock on your door, rap on your window pane. I want to tell you, baby, the changes I've been going through till you come back to me. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rap on. She's gonna be right. She's stalking this person. She's gonna be at his window, tapping on the window pane till he come back to her. Okay. It sounds cute in music. That's obsession. Okay. That's obsession. That ain't healthy. That ain't right. Okay. If somebody don't want you, and I don't care how much you're in love with them, you have to accept it and move on. It may hurt, and it's going to hurt because your feelings are not being returned. But I am here to tell you, you should not be flipping out like that. That's not love. If I got to be loved like that, leave me loveless. And I'm just saying. So, The moral of that story is, there's a couple of morals. The moral of that story is he needs better friends.
Oh, so we have another question.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So in that video, Hello by Lionel Richie.
We can't hear you. If you want to talk about that, you need to talk louder, because that is credible.
So in that video, Hello by Lionel Richie, was that love or obsession? Because it kind of felt very obsessive.
We never looked at it, right? And I love me some Lionel Richie. And I remember the video, and I never really looked at the video until these young people here showed it to me. Okay. And I looked at it, and he was a college professor, first of all. And his student came there. She was younger than him, and she was blind. First of all, it's a conflict of interest because you shouldn't be dating your students. That's number one. The whole premise, I think they weren't even thinking about the obsessive part that, it looked obsessive. I think they were saying because she was blind, she had to judge him on who he was on the inside. Okay. And so the song is Hello, is it me you're looking for? She can't see, but she likes him for who he is on the inside. However, she can't see. He's stalking her. He going all around peeking and looking where she is. And yeah, it could look borderline stalkish, but I'm gonna keep the innocence in it. I don't think that's it. Okay, if you see, this has to be fully coated. This is why I'm sitting here and I'm going over and over and over again. And this is why I put so many breadcrumbs in here, because when you're working with this egg stuff, it can soak up a lot of stuff.
Okay, sorry. A couple of other messages. So Lone, we're gonna backtrack a bit. So Lone had said, what if they were lesbian, the two friends?
I think they may have been, but my point is he wasn't trying to have that. So now it's even worse if they were gay, because now it's not only complicated, because he didn't want her to have any friends either. Okay, but now the love interest is not possible. Okay, not that she wanted him to touch her anyway, because she straight up said in her own language, he is ugly, he makes me want to puke. This is what she told her friend. They translated it, and she didn't have a problem with having a friendship, which is what, somebody to guide her and befriend her, because she wasn't from here. She needed to be able to navigate, the fashion world. And he claimed that he had all these connections, when in reality he had a freaking camera, a small apartment somewhere. And before that, he was living with his mama. But his mama got sick and had to go to a nursing home or something. And I'm gonna take these gloves off. And so he got a small apartment, but he's walking around, this is back in the 80s, so 70s, whatever it was. And so he's walking around with all this jewelry on, looking like he's coming out of Studio 54 and all this stuff like that. Studio 54, if you don't know what that was, people, that was a very, very popular, we called them discos back then. You guys call them clubs, okay? And so it was anybody who was anybody was at Studio 54. So he perpetrated a fraud. So she thought, she's coming from another country. What is she not? And he got away with it for a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was, but even if she wasn't, he was just jealous that there was a relationship and he wasn't part of the dynamic. He wanted her for himself. He didn't want anybody else to have her. And I'm gonna tell you, the lady was really, really attractive. But I don't think anybody's that pretty. This is my hypothesis. There was something about her personality that drew these kind of people to her. Okay, because every single relationship she had, the men were obsessed over her. They didn't want her to move. They wanted, like you said, to put her on a shelf like she was a doll and look at her. Okay, and yeah. I'm just throwing this in the garbage can, guys. All right, so I will take that back. I will say, hey, perhaps you do need a lot of breadcrumbs, because I'm telling you, the egg just kind of sopped up that the breadcrumbs, and you want to make sure that your turkey or your chicken or whatever you are covering with the breadcrumbs are fully coated. Because if it's not, it's just not going to work out. Okay, so breadcrumbs are not that expensive. Like I said, you can get the no-name brand ones, and it's less expensive. And unless you're using breadcrumbs all the time, like I do not, I can afford to use I should have used more than that. I should use it because I started to put some more in there, but this will be sufficient. So this is what you have. So I have all of these here, if you can see, and they're covered. They're pretty covered pretty well, and I want them to dry, but I had to put them on top of each other because I ain't have enough space. These little flat things are so big. Now I'm gonna tell you, cooking this is probably gonna take all of a second. So I'm gonna let this sit out here. I'm gonna put my spaghetti sauce on so it can start slow cooking and getting some flavor. So let me get this pot, put this here, and I'm not making a lot because I'm not going to drench this in that because we're going to have the noodles. So let me get over here and get the fixings that I have here. I'm going to get my tomato paste. We're going to get our store brand sauce here. And I'm going to put y'all up this way. Okay, there you go. And bring you closer and closer and closer. And I'm going to get me a sip of something to drink because I'm so thirsty. I'm parched. I really am. So I'm going to bring my drink over here. Okay, everybody get a sip. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good. So I'm going to take this store brand stuff and I'm going to put it in here in this pot. Ooh, okay, pop. Okay, it doesn't look too thin, so that's not bad. It doesn't smell too bad. Okay. I think I can work with it. I'm going to get my fresh garlic. And I know she already put some in there, but I need more. More. How do you like it? How do you like it? So I'm going to do that. Now, if you guys were with me in the morning, the reason why I'm doing all of this with this garlic, because I bought the cheaper one, which is in a jar, and it doesn't have the olive oil that this usually has in it to help it slip out. So it's kind of stuck, and we didn't know that. So I just put a teaspoonful of minced garlic into that jar sauce. Okay. Now I'm going to take my tomato paste because I'm not trying to have this stuff to be runny. So this is the tomato paste I have. You can use just regular canned tomato paste, but like I said, when it's on sale, I grab it. It's very fragrant. Okay, let me open it. And I'm going to squeeze. And I'm going to use about a tablespoon and a half of this tomato paste into this. And I put tomato paste in this store brand stuff because it usually is a little thin. And I like for my spaghetti sauce or my pasta sauce to be thicker, so it can adhere to my pasta. That's just me. I don't want marinara sauce. I want pasta. I don't want soup. I want pasta. So I have that in here. So this is what it looks like. Okay. So now I'm going to take my fresh herbs and I'm going to do my pinch. Yes? Pinch.
So Lone said that Say a Little Prayer for You was an obsessive song too.
Uh-huh. The moment I wake up. Yeah. Before I put on my makeup. Let me see. I say a little prayer for you. Okay. Well, I don't know. While combing my hair now and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Okay, I don't know how obsessive it is. That sounds like she just really is in love with the person. You know, obsessive is, okay, the moment I wake up, okay, I'm going to put my makeup on. I ain't going to put my makeup on. I'm going to jump in whatever I got. I may not even clean because I got to make sure where you are. See, that's a little different. I'm calling you all night long. Are you asleep? Well, if I pick up the phone, I'm not anymore. You know, so, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's obsessive. That's like that. Yeah, that's that. I think that can categorize as I'm really, really, truly, deeply in love with you. And I do think about you throughout the day and things like that. And she's so in love with him until she's praying that he's okay.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. The fact that someone would be willing to pray for you is a sign of love.
Yeah. So she's not. I don't think that. I don't think that one's obsession. Okay. But that other one, I'm gonna tap on your door, knock on your window pane. Okay. And also, and I'm telling you, I guess that's the name of the song. Okay. That is definitely obsession. Because in that show, he definitely, in what was it, Dreamgirls? He definitely did not want her. No. Okay. He used her. He didn't want her. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of onion powder.
Lois is here, and of course she's
Hey, Lolo.
Her famous question of, can you use lamb?
Okay, girl. Listen, tell me the only thing you can eat is lamb. Okay, this is turkey. No, you don't want to use lamb steak. I'm not going to say that you can pretty much cook whatever the heck you want, Lois. However, this right here is probably going to be best done if it is a poultry type thing or veal, something like that. I don't know about lamb. Okay. Can't use lamb for everything. Okay, can you do some chicken? Or is it that you just like lamb? You think you funny. She got a funny laughing face on it. Okay, so I put the herbs in here, the Italian season, the basil, and some parsley, a pinch, guys, and I'm put some pepper in here. And I'm gonna over season this because 9 times out of 10 this stuff is so bland. I'm gonna put some onion powder in here. Okay. And I'm gonna put some, just like you and the lamb, I'm putting some Casey's Blessing in this sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna put yet another tablespoon of Casey's Blessing. I make a lot of this stuff in a week. Okay, because I use it for everything. Okay, and then I'm gonna take, and where are they? The pulverized vegetables.
They're on the bottom shelf.
Okay, I forgot I had 2 shelves here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pulverized vegetables and I'm going to take them out and put them in here. All right, I'm going to have to get a butter knife to do, maybe I'll use this. Because, I want to get every little cranny out of here. Just like that. Kind of get it around. I don't want to waste any and get it. Okay, there you go. Get all of that in there, just like that.
Lois said, I can't. She said, I'm on a lamb kick.
You on a lamb kick. I thought that was all you could eat. Okay.
Oh, and before that, Lone said the book of Eli with Denzel Washington was a great example of being obsessed, but not getting what you want when it's right there.
Exactly.
You wanted a Bible, but couldn't read it as it was in Braille.
Yep. You're true. That's true. That is true. But like I said, the person who's obsessed rarely realizes they're obsessed. They will say that this is their rendition of love. And I will go back to what I'm saying. Maybe that's the way that love was exhibited to them, or that's how they witnessed it, or they read it in a book, or whatever. But I'm going to tell you that kind of behavior, in my opinion, is based on a lot of insecurity. I'm telling you. I really, truly feel that. That is based. I'm going to get a little bit of salt in here. Just a little sprinkle. Okay. And I'm going to get my sweetener. My Splenda. And I'm going to get that in there. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. I'm going to stir this up, and then I'm going to put it on a low flame and just let it cook while we finish doing the rest we're doing. Finish talking about the subject. Because, like I said, I really want people to understand the difference. It is a difference. Okay? Love is supposed to be, I ain't going to say it's supposed to be easy, but it's not supposed to be a chore. It's not supposed to look like, and I always use this analogy, if you ever saw Pepe Le Pew and the cat. He's obsessed with this cat. Now, mind you, this cat got a stripe down her back because she ran underneath some paint, and so it put a stripe down the back. It's not even a skunk. He's so obsessed he can't even see it's not a skunk. And he gonna force her to be with him. And so he's hugging her and he's kissing her and she's trying to get away. And the whole cartoon is based on this. He's obsessed. Yeah, he is. He needs to stop. Okay, so I'm stirring this all in. Just like that.
They don't realize they're obsessed until it's taken from them.
No, and yeah, but see, yeah, they think it's love. They think you should receive it. They think it's something wrong with you. However, the scary part with people who are obsessed, those are the people, if I can't have you, nobody else can. See, tell me that's not.
Y'all know that series You from Netflix?
Yeah, I know the series, but they probably can't hear you.
No, I said the series You from Netflix. Basically, he's
a serial killer.
Yeah, he's a serial killer, but he falls in love with all these women just by looking at them, and then he just immediately attaches to them like they're everything he could ever dream of. They are my love of my life, and everything, so hyper focus on that individual. Nothing they do could be wrong.
Okay, so hold that thought. So I'm going to turn this on. And I'm going to take this down to 2 and let it start heating up a little. And I'm going to watch it. Then I'm going to put it on a low flame. All right. So now that I got that out the way, I got my pasta over here. And I think I'm going to put this on the back. Yeah, I'm going to put this on the back burner because I need the front burner for my pasta. Okay. And let me get that on here.
But I mean, the thing about it is, how do you evade that kind of situation? You don't know you're in it until it's
okay. It's called red flags. I'm gonna tell you a perfect example. I had a friend. She married this guy, and so I hadn't seen her in years, and so she invited me over, and I went over to her house and everything. And okay, I know you ain't just met him. You've been with him for a year. I come into the house. I'm trying to have a conversation with this woman. The whole time he is pulling her and making her sit on his lap. Tell me that ain't cute. That's a red flag. You have her every single day. I haven't seen her in 20 years. She invites me to her house and I have to look over your 6-foot self to have a conversation with her because she got to sit on your lap. Trust me. I don't need any more members of my family coming home with me. She's going to stay there. And she put up with that. Another thing. Whenever she would call you on the phone, if she didn't pick up on that first ring, there was heck to pay. He had to know where she was, when she was, all of that. He took control of all of the real money. She had little monies or whatever, but all of the big ticket things, he took it. You can't tell me that you didn't see them. That ain't love. Now, mind you, this is a person that likes to be taken care of. So sometimes when you want, that's why we're going to get on that subject what Lone was talking about. We're going to cross over. When you got to realize there's a price for being taken care of. Okay. In that way. Okay. When you surrender everything, you surrender your soul. Okay, because we are a me before we are a we, and we can share things, but unless one person's capacitated, whatever. And even like I said, it's not even about the monetary thing, but when they take over, you should wear this, and you should look like that, and you should go here, and don't talk to her, and behave like this. That's not cute. Just like we were talking about jealousy the other week. It's not cute. It's annoying. It's not sustainable. That person is cuckoo. That's what it is. Okay, I'm just saying. Anybody that think, and if you can't see that, and they see it, but a lot of times you will see things in a relationship and you just, no, he's just attentive. No, he's just concerned. No, she's just cray. Because everybody need to want some me time. If you don't ever want no me time, every moment of the day, you up underneath this person like you're an appendage. Red flag. That's a siren. There ain't no red flag. That's a siren. Okay, so that's how you know. Now, whether or not you want to accept it, I'm going to spray my pan. Whether or not you want to accept it is a different thing, because it also goes back, and I will say it again, the woman that I was talking about on that show that I was watching, obviously you got to look at her family dynamics. You got to look at where her culture, where she comes from. Okay, that every single man every man in the world is not like that, obsessive. And there are a whole lot of beautiful women out there. Yes, it is. And they don't treat them like that. She was part of that equation in some way. It's just like with this man, this last guy, you allowed him to take care of you because you needed that help. You didn't feel the same way about him, but you alluded to that stuff. They said that when he approached her in a physical way, she was always saying she had a headache. If you thought that was your friend, my friend ain't going to approach me like that. And I wouldn't have to make those kind of excuses. But she wanted something from him. She needed something from him that she thought he had. And you don't play with people like that, because you do not know what they're feeling in here for you.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. And so with all these other people that she had relationships with, she probably carried herself in that way, whether she really liked them or not. You don't know what's going on up here in somebody's mind.
Oh, Auntie Pam asked what the name of that series was on Netflix. I said it was called You, if you're talking about the same one I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Cosmic also answered the question. And Lone said, I was stalked once. The woman was obsessed with what I had. It was scary because she did things just before the line to where the police couldn't do anything.
Right. Well, yeah.
Terror. That's horrible.
No, and see, that's the thing about it. People don't take stalking seriously until something bad happens. Either you end up doing something bad to protect yourself, or that person ends up doing something to you. Because I was up last night, working on this stuff. I saw another show. This lady went to the cops, said that, hey, I want to get a restraining order. They said to her, oh, you're just going to make him more angry if you do that. What kind of nonsense was that? Well, she's 10 feet under now.
Wow.
Okay.
That was stupid.
Yeah, well, they don't take people seriously. They really don't take grown people seriously. They don't take women seriously. They really don't. Because they feel like in some shape, form, or fashion, this was provoked by you. This is a man-woman situation. This is the way you carry your relationship. You said that show You was crazy. That's an emotional. I don't know. I never heard of that show before.
You.
Oh, you. Yeah, you're right. I never heard of that before, right? Okay, so let me spray my pan here too. Okay, I'm going to put this pasta in here.
I don't want to say too much in case anyone hasn't seen it. I don't want us to be the spoiler thing.
Okay, she don't want to be the spoiler. I'm going to put this in here.
Definitely the lion horrible.
Okay, so listen, that's a man. It's so many series, so many episodes of that now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of seasons.
It's like 4.
Okay, so let me just break this up like this. Because of course now it's cold, but it's fine. Because this is going to be the last thing that I make, because I'm doing a fettuccine and you kind of want to serve this right away. So I'm going to put my seasoning on here though first. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit it with all my herbs. Y'all know this. Okay, so let me do it. Bam. I might as well just keep these wide open because they're going to... And I'm going to do some garlic. I'm going to do that. And everything's a pinch. Okay. And a little bit more, just like that. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. That's not getting any movement, so I'm going to turn it up to a 3. But you have to be careful when you're doing pasta sauces because you don't want them to get scorched. So you be very mindful. Once they start giving you a little movement, then you will back off a little. Okay, let me hit it with the blessings. Okay, and I'm going to do a little something different. If I can find it, I'm going to do white pepper on this. So I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper. And I'm going to take a little bit of salt, put that on there, just like that. All right.
Oh my. Okay, so Lone,
I'm gonna do some onion powder too. You said Lone did what?
Elaborated on the story a bit more. She said this woman lived in the same boarding house as me. She wanted to sample everyone's parts, shall we say? But I'm strictly eggplant.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Well, no, hold on. It wasn't anything.
Okay, I'm gonna put a teaspoon of this. I'm listening. You gotta talk louder too.
No, my husband, 6 months after meeting. Oh, she married her husband 6 months.
Okay.
Meeting him.
Okay, so yeah, so she had she was upset. She had a vested interest in you. That's what you get for being cute. What can you do? Shouldn't be so cute, Lone. Anyhow, so I put a little bit of garlic in here too. What I'm going to do in here, I'm going to get my cheeses out and my heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to use for that. Let's see. I don't think I have enough here. My heavy whip. I'm going to have to open up the other one. Okay. So I have some finely grated Parmesan cheese. And I will use that in this. So this chicken or this turkey, gobble, 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 is dried up enough. I'm going to put a little oil in here in this pan, but I'm going to heat the pan up first. Let me get a top. And I hear my spaghetti sauce going over there. Pop goes the weasel. It's just popping and popping and popping, which means I need to turn it down. See, 3 was the number. They say 1 is the loneliest number. 3 was the one that was the magic number. Okay? So let me put this top on here. I'm going to get this heated up. And we're going to see what we're going to see. This is going to be an experiment on how thin can it be. Okay? So I'm going to try to be intentional with this and not burn this meat up. How about that? Okay. So I'm going to let it heat a little. I'm going to put some canola oil in there. And I'm going to bring this over to the other side. Because already my husband is like, you probably just want to just flip that in there and go flip, flip, flip. I'm like, okay, trust the process, man. Trust the process. Let me move this over this way and get this over here. So it'll be closer to me. All right. And everything's everything. All right. So let me just move this back a little. And I'm going to get a seat. Move that over here. Oh, see, already. See, this thing gets hot really quickly. Look at that. I'm going to take it down to a 5. And let me get that up here. Just like that, that cooking spray, heat it up on there. So now I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons or more. No, I take that back. I'm going to put about a cup of oil in here. Because I wanted to have enough. I'm not going to be able to get so many pieces in here at a time because this skillet, my big skillet got retired. I'm waiting for its replacement to come. This is supposed to be 12 inches, but 12 inches, obviously, is not the same on every skillet. So I'm waiting for that to heat up, and then I'll start putting my turkey in and browning it. So let me get my chair over here. And let me see. Let me get some tongs. Anybody know where my tongs are? In the who?
In that cup. The cup.
Okay. Well, can you go get them? Because I'm not trying to hurt. Okay. And a little bit of water in a cup for me so I can make sure that this doesn't overheat. Okay. So, anyhow, so back to what I was saying. So, Lone, you have experienced this firsthand with this obsession stuff, okay? Yeah, it can be very scary. And it can be very scary when you're in a relationship and you really don't know how to handle it. Sometimes, like I said, you wonder because you can really be in love with this person, but then they can kind of push you away with that scary behavior. And a lot of times, like you said, they may not realize that, you know, this is how they're behaving, but sometimes, you know, this is just their MO, you know. Okay, that's getting ready. You know what? I really forgot what I wanted to do. I think that was it.
Okay.
I think that was it. If I remember, I'll have you come back. Okay. However, so this is almost ready. It's doing this little. I put a little bit of water over it with my strain. Like I said, this gets hot really fast. So I think I can put a piece in there. So I'm gonna try to put this one piece up in this thing. Because like I said, these things, they'll take up the whole. Look at this. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in. Okay, that's quick. It's gonna be quick, fast, in a hurry. I'll put this little piece in here too on the side. Because we're not gonna waste any bit of this. And I'm gonna do just like my husband said. Oh, the tongs. That's what it was.
Oh, I know something that you actually do.
Okay. So I'm gonna put my screen back on here because I just want to lightly cook these. It's not gonna take a long time. Okay, there you go. So, and let me turn my oven on because I'm going to stick them in the oven to melt the cheese and stuff. So I'll do a preheat. I'll do a regular heat. Let me turn this off. I'm going to do this at 300. Start. Okay, and let that preheat. The meat will be done by the time the oven heats up. That's why I always use the quick quick heat, because it will take forever and ever and ever. Okay, I'm being very careful with this. I do not want to have turkey chips. I really don't. And these things are so thin and teeny. Okay, I think I'm gonna flip this. Let's see. Yep, I'm gonna flip it just like that. You see, it's browned already. And then see, when you're cooking with breadcrumbs, you want to be very, very careful because this stuff will brown up and burn on you really quick. It's brown on one side already, and it's going pretty quick. So let me get a paper plate. So I don't want to overcook this stuff. When I say flash cook, I mean flash cook. And I took this down to a 5. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I guess I'm going to have to stand here with this one, y'all. Let's see. Okay, just like that. When I say just like that, just like that.
Malone said it could get worse, but she'll keep it censored. However, in the end, she moved on to someone else when the landlord threatened to kick her out, and shipped hubby home to the USA. Aww.
Oh, okay.
And she said, remind her to tell you her other trashy story.
Okay, I'm gonna remind you. See, this is why you have to be a writer, Lo, because your life is so interesting. Okay, so these are ready. Wow, just like that. Like a second. You try to get this thing up out of here. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Yes, that's hot right there, just like that. Okay, let me put this over. Let me get another one in. Yeah, just like that. Like I said, you do want to taste it like it got a little bit of meat to it. Yeah. All right, so let me take this up just a teeny bit. Let me wash my hands, guys. It smells nice, though.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And to get this over here. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna see what we're gonna see with this. Cause I don't know, y'all. What I do want to do, if you can get me that baking dish, I'm gonna put this in a baking dish and I'm gonna cover it with all the cheeses and stuff so it can be really tasty. And then we're gonna dip it out like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because they are so thin.
Okay, so you want the Pyrex?
The Pyrex, yeah.
Okay. With the lid or without?
You can, well, eventually you're gonna need the lid, but I mean without, because you can't put the lid inside. Okay, now I brought the heat down on this one a little. Okay. So it doesn't burn. So, like I was saying, freedom is what you need in a relationship. And I don't mean freedom like I'm a fly away from you type, but the freedom to be who you are. Okay. And when you have people who are obsessed, you need to be who they need you to be. It's a very selfish dynamic. Okay. They need you to be who they need you to be. They don't need you to be free to be you. They may put that in initially. I'm telling you. They can gaslight you all day long, and they don't even know they're doing it. Okay? But to lure you in. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to turn this. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to check the spaghetti sauce. Okay, spaghetti sauce looks like it's doing its thing. But ultimately, again, not healthy. Okay. So I'm like, okay, so romantic love. We're really talking about romantic relationships and things like that. However, but somebody can be a friend can be fixated on you too and obsessed. They don't want you to have any other friends. They don't want you are all you it's like again, lowest point on, you're a toy. Either you're that plushie that they got to hold on to for security, or you're that when I want to be with you or deal with you, you're going to be their type person or whatever. Romantic love and friendship, even just friendship, okay, it's a mutual exchange of emotions. It should not be one-sided, and it shouldn't be to the point where, like I said, ooh, there's another. What is it? That song about breathing. Oh, I'm trying to think of it. I think it's a Tony Braxton song.
Never breathe again?
Yes. And I'll never breathe again. Okay. You think I'm not going to suck some oxygen in because I love... I'm just saying, if we think about it, there are a lot of songs that can be borderline obsessive or obsessive, period. You know, really, if you think about it. And, you know, we romanticize it, you know, like it's okay. But, nah, if I got to feel like I'm in shackles when I'm with you, then, you know, I don't need to be with you. I'm just saying, for real. So I flipped that over again because I want that to get the same color as that one. Let me move this over. Then I'm going to get my next one in. These should be cooked really quickly. But when I tell you, these things, just like that. Just like that. There goes another. Okay, let me get another one in here. I'm doing the bigger ones first. Oh, I missed my skillet. I missed my little skillet. Yeah, I do. I'm going to try to get another one over here on the side. 12 inch my eye. This is not no 12 inches. This is somebody telling a lie.
The other truth.
Yeah, they telling the other truth. Yeah, they are. That's not no 12 inches, and I don't care about the shape of it. That right there is not 12 inches. It really isn't.
Obsession can turn into romantic obsession too.
Well, she said what?
The friend obsession can turn into.
Yeah, for it probably nine times out of 10, it's a one-sided one too. Like in your case.
Every breath you take, I'll be watching.
Yeah, there you go. Every breath you take, every move you make. Yeah, that is. Uh-huh. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? Okay, I belong to me. Okay, I'm just renting myself. Yeah, but we sit up here and that's the song, and we gotta start listening to some of these lyrics and think about some of these people that wrote these songs. What is your rendition of love? Okay, do you feel that if the person is not all up in your grill all the time and calling you every moment and texting you all the time, that they don't love you? I'm just saying. I don't require all of that attention for me. But sometimes I just want to be alone with my thoughts. And I'm sure my husband wants to be alone with his. And that's good. Along with the other stuff we'll talk about later when I email you long. Some of that stuff you need to be alone with yourself. Okay, let me hold this. Let me flip this over. I mean, this is like no time. This is flash cooking. And I have this on low. That's the thing.
Oh, thanks, Miss Lois. Casey, beautiful assistant, family, and friends. Have a wonderful week. I've got to get off and finish grading these papers.
Okay.
Bye.
The life never stops of an educator. I see you later. And you know, you can always watch later.
Yes, ma'am.
That looks good.
Logan said, there's such a thing as too much of this too. That's true. There has to be a balance. You don't want too much of one or the other. Right.
You want to have a happy balance. I mean, the best thing to me is like this. If I can say to you, hey, I need some space. You know, can I have some straight up? You know, you need to go over there. I need some me time. You know, for real. I wouldn't be offended. No, I wouldn't be at all. It's like, please, I have to spend some time with my thoughts, with me. Love you much, but you know what? Clearly, the obsession is not there.
Heather Headley said, I need some me time.
Exactly. But Heather Headley also said, in my mind, I'll always be his lady all the time. It don't matter. He owed it to somebody else. Okay, that's obsessive. So on one side, she wants, but I guess she's giving you all the different aspects of, I don't know, relationship dynamics. Yeah, because he is with somebody else now. He probably dumped you, and you sitting here talking about you gonna always be his lady.
Right? No, but the worst part is his mom is calling.
And then the mother is reinforcing this crap because she probably likes her better than she does the new girlfriend, or she feels that they are a good fit, but he's too dumb to see it. Okay, and so she is condoning this woman still pining for this man. His mother, not hers, his.
I guess waiting and hoping that he would rise up one day, but
Yeah.
basically, she essentially putting her life on hold.
On hold, so she can always be his lady. She can sit there in the corner and wait. I heard a song. I can't remember what the song. I think I heard it today or yesterday, and it was something to the effect. Oh, I know who it was. It was Angela Bofield, and I had forgot about that song, and I'm trying to think the name of it. Oh God. I'm on your side. If anybody remembers that, Angela Bofield, it was a pretty song. But basically, he's not her boyfriend or her husband or her man. He's just a guy that she's like, hey, no, you know, when you need someone to care, I'm on your side. And she's saying, you know, you could call me. Just keep letting that phone ring because I'm gonna be here. Okay. She didn't say that, you know, he was her love interest. It's like, I am here for you, whether you recognize it or not, pretty much. So that's kind of obsessive. Yeah. She said, when no one else can care enough, I'm on your side. to be for you. Yes. I heard it. I hadn't heard it in so long, so I forgot about that song. Because the song that I really signature song for me, for her, the very first song is This Time I'll Be Sweeter. I was a teenager when that came out. And of course, I Try. But I forgot the name of it just that quick again. I'm On Your Side.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
How can you distinguish an obsessive song or a feeling of obsessiveness compared to somebody who's just like really dedicated to their partner? Like, what was that one song? Let Us See, I think it was. I'll Do Anything for You.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was basically her.
That's not, but see, it's different. That is, I'm deeply in love with you. Anything for you really represents that ride or die. I'm in love with you. I found my person. I'm gonna, be there for you. I'll do anything for you. Okay. I don't think she meant like anything like that. She's not gonna follow around like a puppy dog. However,
but is it left up to interpretation?
And if you listen to the lyrics, all you're going on is I'll do anything for you because I'm so in love with you and you are reciprocating this love. This is why out of everybody else I've dealt with, I feel this way for you because you have finally fulfilled what I needed in a relationship. So you have to listen to all the lyrics. And see, that's what we don't do. We don't listen to it. We hear the music, we hear, the hook, we hear the chorus, but we don't really think about what's behind. And I'm not going to say that when people write a lot of these songs that they are thinking that, because it can be up to perception.
But that's why I was saying, because like some of the other songs that we mentioned, if you just listen to the words, they sound a certain way, but what if the intention was?
Well, then I don't know what the intentions were, and the intentions could just like, okay, I'm going off the Richter scale with this, or off track. Song called Cloud 9. Okay, when I listened to that song, I had no idea what they were talking about as a child, but I'm thinking they were talking about, you were up and away. Okay, you were not in that normal state of mind. That if you listen to the lyrics, okay, Cloud 9, you can be what you want to be. Cloud 9, you ain't got no responsibility, and something about something is free. Okay, because you zooted straight up. Okay, you high, you ain't thinking about nothing. Okay, and that's what Cloud 9 is. Yes, but as a child, I just liked it and singing it. Didn't know what I was singing. Yeah. So, yeah. Now you gotta realize you have a lot of people who make music or who've made music, and like I said, music is a straight up interpretation of you and some of the things you've experienced or other people. So that being said, that's why metaphors were a big thing when I was coming up, because they use a lot of metaphors to say what they really wanted to say. For real. If you listen to Phyllis Hyman's music, Phyllis Hyman had the most beautiful voice ever. She was just everything. I just thought she was so talented. But she was a sad, very sad person where relationships were involved. She never really had a successful one. And you can literally hear the pain in her voice when she sang. That's what made it so beautiful. You heard the cries in her voice. You heard when she made a song, and I like all her music, but she made a song, and all of her songs always sound as though, a partner was the answer to her happiness. Her happiness could not be achieved until she found that perfect person. So she couldn't be happy. I know one thing, but she can sing. But you know what? The best songs come from pain. They really do. They come from pain. And yes, she could sing. And what was this song? I'm trying to think. Oh God, I can't even think of the song now. I can hear it in my head, but it really is a cry out.
Well, how can I ease the pain?
No, that's not Phyllis Hyman. That is Lisa. That's Lisa. What's her name? Fisher. Phyllis Hyman. What did she say? She sang a lot of different songs, but she sang one particular song that really was a cry. And most of her songs were cries for affection, emotion. You know, the songs she sang, she didn't write all the songs, and I don't know if she wrote any of them, but the songs that were chosen for her, the way she interpreted those songs, you can clearly see, you know, that if you really listen to them, you know, and that's why they really hit home. Those are the songs that if you're sad about a relationship, you listen to a bunch of those so you can kind of have your therapy, you know, stuff like that. So, but she was magnificent. She really was, you know. And then she had a song. I'm trying to think of the lyrics. Oh, it's like you can tell. It's Changes. It's a song called Changes. So it sounds like she's picking up her pieces from a relationship, and you know, it's like she's had this metamorphosis. You know, it's like so the lyrics go, didn't you know it? I finally arrived, made a good life for myself. Got it together, feel mighty strong, looking for a better life, gonna make changes. You know, so even though she's trying to convince herself of empowerment, I think that I don't know if she had obsessions for people or whatever, but I will think she had an obsession to be loved. And I don't think she ever fulfilled whatever that hole was. Now, they did say that she had, you know, mental health issues that she did not take care of and wouldn't take medication. So that could be a lot of why she felt some of the things she felt. But I will say to be as beautiful as she was, physically beautiful, and to be as talented as she was, she never really, she really was unsung. Okay, I'm going to put this last piece in here. She really was unsung. All right, I'm going to bring this up just a little, just a tad, just a touch. And I'm going to move this out of the way. And then get this off of here. While all the noise in the world happens behind me. Okay, let me get this off of here. Okay, get that out of the way. Yeah, they look like they're cooking okay. They don't look like they are overcooked, so that's a good thing.
That's great. They smell delicious.
Okay, so let me get over here. Another couple of plates and find my foil. I don't know what I did with it.
Oh, it must be around the corner.
Okay, food around the corner. Food around the corner. Okay, so let me just throw this in the trash. And let me get back over here. Get this off of here. I think we may be all right. I just had to do like my husband said, just a flash in the pan. Now I need to find my tongs. I've taken them far away from here. Here they go. Okay, so let's look at this. And just like that, again, I'm thinking that song. Oh, I'm on your side. Okay, yeah. See, when I get a song in my head and I can't remember it, can't get it out, it stays with me for days. So I'm going to have to remember this song But it is a Phil Simon song, and like I said, she's just crying. Oh, there's another one too, "Living All Alone." I think that was one of her last, and I call them albums because it was an album. Then I don't know if they had, they didn't have CDs. They may have, I think, may have been on a cassette. I'm not sure because that's how long ago it was. But I think it was in the 80s, maybe when she made this song, or maybe the 90s, maybe in the 90s. So did they have CDs in the 90s? I don't remember. They did CDs in the 90s. Okay, but she sang this song called "Living All Alone," and she has several songs on there that were, I think she must have been in a transition of a relationship or something like that. But the song goes like this. There used to be a time in my life when we were lovers, and we shared this apartment together, just us two. I think of how we planned to get married, saying, love, how I used to know you well. Whoa, she can't stand living alone. I can't stand this living all alone. And you could hear her crying in her voice. Now, this woman got all this money and all these friends and everything else, and probably got men beating down the door for her or whatever. But here she was alone. And she would sing these kind of songs. Every song she sang always sounded like there was like pain. And she was in pain. Mentally, she was in pain. So I say this to say, songwriters, the best songs are the ones that make you feel something. They really are. And music tends to be therapy. And maybe these obsessive people need to listen to more music. How about that? More music and less stalking. That's what I say. All right. So this is a greasy mess, but it's going to be worth it. Let me check this spaghetti sauce. I got my oven going. Let me get this off of here. I got the last piece. And then I sprayed my baking pan because now normally if I had thicker cutlets, I would lay them out on a cookie sheet. Bye, babe. Okay, cookie sheet. And I would just do it like that. But we have to make do with our little thin pickings. Okay, so I'm going to lay these out in my pan, just like that, kind of layer them. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll layer them. And they'll all fit in the pan, but they look beautiful. I think they're going to be yummy. I hope. I know. They're going to be good.
They look great so far.
Okay. It is an art. I'm telling you, it's an art to cooking with breadcrumbs because you can burn these suckers up. I'm here to tell you. I have burnt my share of breadcrumbs on stuff. Trust me. You have to know how to cook this stuff because it'll burn up on you. Okay. Let me turn this around. Okay. Put that last little piece over here in that little corner. And then I'm waiting for that last piece right there. And then I can put my cheeses on and stick it in the oven. I'll whip up this pasta. And about 10 minutes, we'll be ready to plate this puppy up. That's really good. Really delicious. Okay. So let me move this back. But like I said, if you have a relationship where one of the parties are, and can you believe it? Sometimes you have relationships with both people are obsessive. Now that right there, yeah. That is what you call a hot mess. Okay, that's all I got to say. So it can come in waves. You can be obsessed with somebody at some point in the relationship and then kind of lose it. And then it comes back again. And I'm gonna tell you, this is not helpful. That is not helpful. It's not helpful, especially when people look for a sense of stability in relationships, And so if you got a person that's hot and cold all the time, and I don't even, but like I said, that's not even hot. That is like over the top, the obsession part. But the hot and cold part, them being around, I don't know if I want to be around for the hot and cold. You know what I'm saying? Either you this way, you that way. Don't keep changing. And so you don't really know how to navigate in a relationship like that. It's really difficult. Okay, I got one more to put on here. I'm trying to kind of layer them a little so I can, but this one is too big. It just, well, then I don't want it on top of each other. I want to be able to layer them where I can get my cheeses on it the right way and be able to pull one out at a time. So I'm going to kind of turn it to the side. I'm going to get this last one out, turn this off. Okay. And that's it. That's all. That's everything. Stick it over here. Get that over here on this little plate I have where I am getting some of this oil off of there. And let me move this skillet out of the way. Okay. And I'll just put a little bit of my Dawn cooking spray in here to break up this oil. And then I'll sit this in my sink so it can be taken care of when we're done. Okay. All right. So I'm missing the joke here.
Huh?
Am I missing the joke?
No, did you say Dawn cooking spray?
I said I did, sure did. Shut up. It's okay. Okay, they're over here laughing at me, y'all. Okay, yeah, I'm not trying to hear y'all. Forget y'all. Yeah, I said Dawn cooking spray. I sure did. I just created a whole new product for the company.
I noticed.
Okay.
But you heard it here first, guys.
Okay, now when they come up with some Dawn cooking spray, let's see who's laughing. Okay, let's see who laughs then. Who'll get the last laugh? Okay. We'll sit up here and talk about me. Okay, so I got everything in here. It's all nicely layered. The Dawn cooking spray. I'm gonna put this over here and tidy up this grease, and then I'm gonna mix up this pasta. And it's really simple. And we're gonna have, and you, since you're so funny, beautiful assistant, why don't you come over here and cut up this bread and herb it up? Okay, yeah. Okay. Since you got jokes over here making fun of me.
I wasn't making fun.
Yes they were. Oh, they're over there like two little thieves. She said, yeah.
We call those gremlin laughs.
Yeah. I'm gonna call it. You won't be getting no dinner laugh. How about that?
Oh, that's not
I bet you I don't hear. Where's the laughter? That's what I'm gonna call. I'm gonna be obsessed with not feeding y'all. How about that? Yeah, I thought so. Now he want to take it back. Okay, y'all. So what you do next? Let me get my spaghetti sauce or my pasta sauce, and I'm gonna get my other cheese. Can you give me my mozzarella cheese out of there? And what did I put my tub of Parmesan back in there? I think I did. I put it back because I knew I was going to be out here like forever. So now I'm going to put my sauce on here. I'm going to taste it or let her taste it. And I think it's been, and the longer you cook your sauce, the more flavorful it is.
Question. Do you want this?
I want the whole milk mozzarella, and I'm using 2 kinds of cheeses, 3, and then I want the Parmesan in the tub.
Where'd you have that at?
I put it somewhere. I don't know where I put it.
Put it somewhere. All right.
Okay, she has to find it.
Yeah.
I didn't put it there. Okay.
Okay.
Try the drawer. I put it somewhere. See, I get to cleaning up, y'all. I see it. Okay. I get to cleaning up and moving stuff around. I don't know. It can turn up anywhere. That's what happens when you clean a lot. Okay, and I have this. Good thing this is closed. And the Parmesan. So like I said, I'm in love with this cheese here because I love the pull. So I'm gonna put some of this on here too. But normally you wouldn't. So I'm gonna take some of this. Let me just taste a little of this.
You got the garlic over there somewhere?
This still needs something for me.
Garlic?
The squeezable garlic?
Yes.
It's in the refrigerator, but I do need some more. This needs something else. Okay, first of all, it needs a little bit more sweetener. This needs something else. That right there tastes like, I don't know. So I'm gonna add. See, I tell you, you gotta season as you go along. Yeah, that's not doing it for me. So I'm going to put some more stuff up in here. So I'm just adding a little more of the other seasonings, the onion powder.
I don't see the squeeze thing, so I'm just gonna use this.
Okay, well it was in there. I may have thrown it out. I don't know, but I think I used the last of it. Okay, so let me put a little, and this definitely needs some salt. But this tastes like straight up just tomato paste. I'm not doing any. Oh, can you please pass me some olive oil? Maybe that's what it needs. Some olive oil in here. Ugh. That is atrocious. But all of that seasoning, it'll probably be on the top shelf. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil in here just for some flavor. Okay, just a half a teaspoonful. Okay, let me put it in here and see if this does any difference. I've been cooking this stuff for a minute, and it should taste a little bit better than this. Can you give me some more garlic, please?
Yes, very well. Give me one second. I'll put a little in my butter.
Okay.
Here.
Okay, I'm going to put another tablespoon of this garlic, and maybe it's the garlic.
What, that we need more of?
No, that I need to use the other ones. I think the squeezable one has
like an oil.
It has some olive oil in it. I think so. Okay, now you're going to be the guinea pig to taste this one because I don't know if I want to taste it again. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Taste that.
It tastes good. I feel like, can we put a little ketchup?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just put a little more sugar in there. Put ketchup in here.
Oh, and maybe some tomato paste. That would help.
I did put tomato paste in a lot.
Oh, really?
Okay. Now you know why you don't buy the store brand, but I'm going to fix it, y'all. Put a little more salt in here. It needs salt.
Yeah, a little more salt.
Salt, and it needs some more pepper. See, I was going to try to give it a shot, not do too much to it, but I guess I can't.
Gotta make it pretty.
Okay, so let me just stir it up. Then you can taste it again.
Okay.
Ooh, I know what else. Where are my herbs? Give me some herbs.
Right here.
Yeah, maybe I need some more herbs in here.
Which one do you want?
Just give me the Italian one. I'll do those.
Okay.
And yeah, maybe I need some more herbs in here. Because they said they had herbs in it, but they lied. They got herbs from some garden that doesn't exist. Okay.
Herb essence.
Yeah, herb essence. Essence of herb. Okay. Now, taste it. Okay.
Hang on one sec.
Okay, she's going to taste it again, and I hope it's right because I want to get it inside so I can melt this stuff. That better?
That's good.
Yeah, I had to do a lot to it, y'all. However, and I'm going to hit it again with my blessings just for good measure. Okay. And then I think it'll be fine to go on these little cutlets, these little paper thin cutlets. Okay, so let me get over here. Let me pour it. Get some sauce going across this. Just like that. I'm going to do it all across, just like that. It's nice and thick, though. Okay, and I'm going to get some sauce on here and put my cheeses on. Okay. I'll give them a little extra sauce since these things are so flat. Okay. So we're gonna sauce you up like I'm saucing up some lasagna.
Yum.
That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna see when you have lemons, you pivot. This thing right here is way thin. So we're gonna sauce it up as much as we want. That's good. Just like that. That's a lot. That's good. Okay, I'm just using all of it. Okay. And plan to use all of it, but I'm using all.
Here we are.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take all of it, y'all, and put it in here. Okay, and just take it all. Just like that. And smear it all around. Okay, there you go. We're looking like we have some veal parmesan or something going on over here. That's not a bad thing. Okay, so I'm gonna take this cheese, my Mexican cheese, which is this isn't you're shaking the screen.
Ooh,
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna put it over the top of this because this has such great pull. I love it. I love it. And I'm gonna put as much cheese as I want. So you can put about 2 cups, one of each one if you want. I'm gonna put a lot of cheese because I love this cheese. And then I'm gonna put some mozzarella on here. I'm making a mess, but hey, I'm gonna just cover it. It's gonna be covered in cheese, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, so I put that cheese on there. Then I'm gonna take my mozzarella. And after using this, you really don't need to, but hey, why not? Okay, I'm gonna do about a cup of the mozzarella. And this is whole milk mozzarella. And I'm gonna do that on top of here. We're gonna have lots and lots of cheese and lots of pull. Okay, just like that.
Do you want me to put this butter on both sides of the bread or just one?
However you did it the last time. Or did you kind of cut them in circles?
Well, I'm gonna cut them across like you.
Yeah, if you do circles, yes, put it on both sides.
Okay.
So that means you're gonna have to do two trips in the oven. Okay. So and then I'm gonna take the Parmesan because of course this is called what? Turkey Parmesan. So I'm gonna open this up, which I'll probably never use this again. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this and I'm just gonna sprinkle it over the top of this. Not gonna use a whole, it's very soft though. And I'm gonna do it over here. And where are my I need some of my herbs. I want a little bit
they're
of
right
parsley.
behind you.
Put a little bit of parsley on top of here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the parsley. It smells good. So I'm gonna put this in here. Then I'm gonna get this while this is doing this thing in here for a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to do this pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and just for a little color, just like that. Okay, and so I'm gonna put this in my oven uncovered. Because I just want this to melt. Because the meat is already done. Okay, so we're gonna stick it in the oven, just like this, at 300 degrees so it can melt. Okay, let me get over here and make up these noodles. Get this cheese back, this cheese back. The only cheeses that I need are these. I'm gonna take this and put this over here with the rest of the dirty dishes. And I'm gonna tidy up over here on my stove so I can get over here and make these noodles up. This pasta. Okay, so let me get this in the fridge and I'll make up the pasta. Okay, and I'm missing my spray is way over here. Okay, let me get this out the way. Let me put this in the fridge. I don't know why this is out.
What?
Well, I guess I'll keep it out. The basil.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The basil is out, y'all. Okay, get this in here. I'm gonna go over here and get my spray so I can tidy up my stove. Then I can make, and I need that garlic too.
Yep.
I'm gonna need it for my noodles. Okay, spray this. Clean up my stove. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then I can get this back over here because I like this eye over here on the stove the best. Okay, so let's get this over here. Here, take this. Could you take this lid, please? Because this lid can go back here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get I have all this, remember, so I need to get some butter. Do we have a stick of butter over there?
Not here. Did we put it back?
I don't know if you put it back or not. Did you?
Nope, I didn't.
I didn't either. Okay, let's just get a stick of butter out there.
It's over there, no, because we need to use it before it melts.
Okay. Well, one thing about it, you can always put it back. So I'm going to get my butter, guys. And I'm just telling you, I'm going to use the whole stick.
Butter makes all things
Because
better.
butter makes all things better. I'm going to use the whole stick of this butter. So you can use it as you like. I'm using the whole stick. And I'm putting that in the trash. What you looking now? All right, so I got the butter in here, and I'm going to turn my eye on. And I'm going to turn my eye on. If I didn't come on. Let me go down to a 4. Okay, I'm going to make a little well in the middle of this pasta. So the butter can get to the bottom of the pan here and start melting. Okay, and I'm going to kind of break it up because, yeah, I need it to hurry up. Okay, so, okay, and this is melting nicely. So I already got my garlic in. I have all of my seasonings. Let me get a little bit more of my Casey's Blessing in here. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take some heavy whipping cream. So about a cup of heavy whipping cream, okay? And I don't think that this is a whole cup. So I'm going to open up the other one. Okay. And I'm pour some more in there. So maybe this is a lot of pasta. So I'm going to do about 2 cups of the heavy whipping cream. And then I'm going to get this Parmesan cheese. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to do a cup of the Parmesan cheese, shredded. And then I'm going to do a cup of the grated. So let me get this in here. Just like that. Okay. Maybe about a cup and a half. Okay. And then I'm going to do the grated. Okay, and I'm just going to get a sprinkle. So I'm going to take a little pinch. I'm going to sprinkle that in. Okay, I'm letting it heat. I'm going to start stirring. Okay, because first of all, you have dairy products in here. They can scorch, which I do not want to happen. So to avoid that from happening, I'm going to get to stirring this around and just kind of give it some movement. Okay, and get everything, all the flavors kind of melding together in here.
Let me know when the oven is available.
Okay, will do. Okay, and if I need to add a little more cheese, I will. But for now, I just want to kind of get all of these flavors kind of put together, and so they can start melting down. Okay, so I stirred it up. I'm going to keep my cheeses and my milk and stuff out in case I need it. Let me get this over here. Let's check. And I'm going to put a top on here so it can start conducting more heat. I'm going to take it up to 5. Let's see what's going on in this oven. It is melting beautifully. Okay. By the time this is done, that'll be where I need it to be. All right. Let me get that off. Like this. Okay. So, while I wait for that, anywho, like I said, if you don't have balance, when you have these obsessive, or when you don't have balance in a relationship, you don't want to have an obsessive relationship, you end up crashing. the relationship is not going to be viable. And like I said, there are signs of someone being obsessive, or it is an obsession. You are an obsession for that person. You just have to be aware of the signs. Don't get so lost in a relationship that you make excuses that, cognitively, they're an excuse. Okay. But for whatever reason, we try to give people enough rope to hang themselves. So what you can do is you want to pause, you want to reflect on kind of, think of what's going on here. Slow it down, think about it. If you got to write it down, reflect on it, and put it into perspective of what's happening. Set healthy boundaries. If you got somebody that's calling you around the clock, over and over and over again, or there, I got to know this and I got to know, you tell them, hey, this does not make me feel comfortable. If you do care about me, please stop. If they are not mentally ill, okay, they will. Because like I said, sometimes people can be so in love with you in their mind, or just really, really care about you so much until they just really want to spend every waking moment with you. And that doesn't have to be obsessive. That's just the first stage of love. Okay. But if you're still doing the first stage of love when you're at the 10th stage, yeah, that's a red flag. And if you have to seek professional support, whether it is couples therapy or the person gets the therapy themselves or whatever the case may be, hey, I'm all for it. Whatever's going to work for you, if it's a religious therapy or whatever, it's going to work for you, or just sitting down and having a conversation about it. And like I said, in a true relationship, communication is not something that should be difficult, painful, or avoided, because you always want to know where someone stands. The bottom line is, again, true love is going to build you up. It's going to enrich you. It is going to be balanced. It's going to be freeing. It's going to be mutual. Okay. Obsession, just this. Suck it. It's nothing left. Okay. There's no air. There's no room. You're in a box. It's just like, okay, I'd just rather be by myself type feeling. And so that is not what you want. It is isolating and it is not healthy. So if you are experiencing that, I'm going to tell you, just like that movie, get out. Okay. Get out. Okay. Unless you get help. Okay. And the help really works. Let me check. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Let's see what's going on in this here pot too. Because see, like I said, this stuff will get hot really quick. And just because I said that, it's making a liar out of me, right? So I'm going to turn it up some more. How about that? And it is getting hot because I see the smoke. See, the thing when you're using heavy whipping cream and you're using this cheese like this, you want to keep stirring and you want to serve this stuff hot. You can keep it and reanimate it, but I'm going to tell you, it's best when you serve it fresh. It tastes best, at least to me. I'm going to put a little black pepper in here because at first I put the white and I'll put the black in there. I'm going to put a little bit more Parmesan cheese in there because everything's melting down. It's not cheesy enough for me. Like as if I don't have enough cheese on the meat, right? But different kind of cheese. Okay? All right. So with that, let me stir this again. And I think I'm going to put a little more garlic in here because I'm not seeing enough for me. And I did put some in earlier, but I'm going to put a little bit more. And see, that's what you do when you cook. You tweak your food. It's not ever going to be exact. You're always going to add a little. But see, that's the thing. Add a little at a time. Do not overdo, and then you can't take it back. So I'm putting just about a half a tablespoonful of this garlic back in here. And yes, I think I will be back to the squeezable because this garlic is so dry. It really is. It's not as flavorful. And maybe because that garlic has something, it's some kind of oil or something that they put in it. But it said it had the same ingredients, so I don't know. But it's something about this garlic. It's just very dry. Okay, so I'm just stirring this. It's looking good. Put a little bit more Parmesan cheese on there. Just like that. A little sprinkle. And this is looking really good. Okay, just a little. All right. And it's going to have some pull too. I'm going to put a little bit more cream in here just to loosen this up a little. So another 1/4 cup of cream. Let me stir. Because one thing about it, when you use the cheese, the shredded Parmesan, it has a little pull to it. Yes, it does. Okay. I'm going to do just a little squirt of my Splenda because I always do. Stick that over there. Stir some more. This is coming together real good. And I'm going to get a little bit more salt. Just like that. Okay. All right. So I think this is just about ready. I'm going to turn this, just stir it all in. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. I'm going to turn it down. Put this on a simmer, on a low. So I can check my meat out. And it can stay kind of warm. Let me rinse this off. When I get the meat out, the beautiful assistant is going to put this. I'm going to put this on a broil so we can broil up our herb garlicky bread here. We just going to go all out today, y'all. We're going to do the whole thing. We're going to do the whole shebang. Okay, that's what we're going to do. All right. So you need to go. You need to go. All of you need to go. Okay. Put this over here. Let me check my meat. Okay, move this out of the way. Okay, that's looking good. It's all melty and cute. I think I want just a little bit brown on there, and then we're going to take it out because it's already done. But it's nice. I'm going to take it up a little. I'm going to turn this off. Turn it off. And then I'm going to do my quick preheat. I'm going to do that at 400 so I can get a little brown on the top. And, yeah. Well, I should have probably just put the broiler on and let it brown because it's ready. And that way it'll be ready for beautiful assistant.
And then just get in there and go to piece of bread in.
Yeah, exactly. Bread, and don't make it Cajun, please.
No.
She likes everything dark and kind of Cajun-like. Okay. So I have to remind her I want it brown. I don't want everything Cajun. Okay, I don't know which one's gonna fit, but I'm just putting some things away, y'all. Because I have everything all over the place. And like I said, I like to clean as I go along because I'm tired now. So I don't want to have all of this mess I don't want her to have all this mess because I'm going far away from here, far away from here, far away from here after I eat. So I'm just saying. After I eat a little bit. And then I'll go up and I'll sit in front of my desk and I'll fall asleep for 5 hours. Like I do every week. I never make it to the bed on time. I'll go upstairs. I say, okay, I'm going to, you know how you want to just unwind a little bit? Well, I sit down in that chair, y'all, after I leave y'all. And guess what? I wake up and it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I've been asleep in the chair. So I'm not going to do that tonight. I promise you, I'm not. I know I say this all the time and they're over there like, yeah, right. Okay. But I promise you, I said this morning I was going to drink that nasty coffee. I drank the nasty coffee. Okay. Oh, I'm dropping stuff out of here. Okay. So I try to be a woman of my word, and I'm going to carry myself to the bed. Yes, I am. Okay, so I think I got everything up in here. Okay.
And check on your food.
Oh, I'm going to check it. Yes, I am. Yeah, because I'll get lost in the sauce up here cleaning. And then we'll have to really disconnect y'all because y'all won't be able to see this burnt food. Okay? I don't want to see burnt food. But I'm fine. Thank you very much. Yes, so I'm going to turn the broil on because I want this to get a little brown. It's taking too long. So we're going to turn this off. We're going to put it on broil, turn it back on, and get it ready for beautiful assistant. Okay? All right. Bring this over here. Here she comes with these three little pieces of bread. And, hey, I like this bread. Then throw that out.
You and I both know this stupid didn't be done.
Yeah, I know.
These dreams of grandeur.
I know. I always think I'm gonna eat more than what I do. I take a couple of bites and then, hey, I be tired, y'all. Okay. All right. Let me check this. Cause see, when you put it on broil, you really have to be mindful. This just does not want to do. This cheese said it's resilient. That cheese said, I'm staying, and you can brown me. Okay. All right, that's good enough. Because I don't want my cheese to be too tainted. Okay, that's good. It's nice. It's perfect, just like this. Let me get something else to get this out of here. Cause see, I don't play them games when it come with the glass pans. See, I may get froggy if it's not glass. But those glass, that Pyrex right there, oh, that'll burn your fingers. Yep, everything been on fire. Okay. So let me get this out. Let's see now. That's what I want to see. This right here, right there. Y'all see that?
Beautiful.
Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to see. That little brown right there. All right, we're gonna get this bread in here because she's gonna have to do the other side. Okay. See that little end you could have left. You don't put the end in there.
No, that was just an extra one.
Yeah, no, but she put the end piece in.
That's not for the pretty. The other ones are for
Okay, that's not for the pretty. Okay.
That's just for the
Okay, so I got this going on over here. Just like that. You can get the plates out because we'll be ready. Okay, put the top on there. And I'm gonna probably need a spatula to get that meat out there. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Let me watch this bread because see, you turn your back on it. Yeah. You turn your back on it and bang. That's all right.
You need to be able to get to it relatively.
Oh, this is great. I need give me one of those heat pads over there.
Okay, can I get that hot holder? Please?
Yes. Let me just You better check your bread.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yay.
Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Now we're gonna turn it over. Okay.
Do the other side.
All right, and I'm gonna get this on one of my little heat things. If I can lift it.
Need help?
I got it. Okay. That looks magnificent. And I'm going to start trying to cut it. Because now I'm going to have to cut it. Because, yeah. I probably need a knife. And I'm going to need a spatula.
Okay. You want like a butter knife?
No, I got a knife. Okay. But I just need a spatula.
Okay.
Okay. That's good. To lift this meat out. That's what.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna get a butter knife because I know I want to cut it, but I don't want to really cut it. So I'm gonna put the noodles on first. Put this over here. Okay, so I'm gonna scoop up some noodles, just like that. Okay. Real cute, like. Okay. And get that over here. Hey, jump back in that pot. Okay. So, first of all, these are the noodles. I don't know if you can see, but they're nice and hot and all yummy and cheesy. And so then I'm going to try to cut apart these wonderful turkeys, which you'll end up probably with more than one now because I made it into a casserole. Okay, so I'm going to just cut it like that and hope that I can get it out in one piece. Okay, because I went kind of crazy with the cheese. I know I did. And yeah. Okay, I at least want to get it out so it can look nice one time. Okay, so let's see. And I need something to hold on to this with, but this is really hot. Okay. Okay, put that in the oven. You might want to move that over to the center of the oven. The center of the oven, guys, the hot spot, the sweet spot, not the hot spot. It's all hot, but the sweet spot. Okay. Now let's see how this is going to roll up out of here. Let's see. Are you going to let me take you out of here whole like this, or are you going to break up on me? Okay.
Don't forget to take a picture of that.
I'll do that after. I'm not going to take pictures now. Okay, I'm just going to clean that up. We're just waiting for the piece of bread. And Corey will be the first one. We're going to call my grill master down. That looks nice. Okay, so guys, look at that. Bread is done. Okay, we'll put those that you can burn it up. Okay, and I'm gonna get a fork and a knife for Corey. Okay, and nice little knife here. And I'm gonna move this over because that looks real good. So you can have a little bread.
Okay, which one?
This is for them, so I guess this. Okay, we're gonna put that over here on the side. But before we do that, I'm gonna let you see the whole picture. Go get your dad. Okay, what do you guys think? Don't all speak at once. Give me a clap, a heart, or something, or a sad face. Would you eat this or what? Okay. Did I lose connection? Okay. Here you are, Corey. Thank you very much. Okay. So this is going to be some good eating. Oh, I already had it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So there you go. Let me fix up the other ones. Here, let me get the computer back over here. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So yeah, I think I got it. Okay. So there we go. All right. Let's get it up here, and then you can get over there. And I can get over here and finish fixing my plates.
That looks delicious. Now I'm going to go in for a taste.
He's going to cut it so he can taste it. And I'm not going to get a big piece for the grill master because the grill master's been upstairs snacking, y'all. So I'm not going to do like I normally do, put a whole bunch of stuff on his plate. And he's like, why are you putting so much? Because you've been sitting up there eating cookies. Okay.
So I must first start off by saying the noodles are great, very creamy, very smooth. And as for the turkey Parmesan, I was about to say chicken, very flavorful. And one of the crazy things is like, you know how turkey is usually very dry. This is not the case for this Parmesan. It's actually flavored quite well. Has a nice crispy texture to it on the inside, like from the breadcrumbs and everything. The sauce is just a whole array of different flavors and aromas. It's amazing.
So I did good making the sauce better, huh?
Yes.
You did.
Okay.
You
Yes,
would
you
never
did.
know it was.
Okay, y'all. So y'all. Oh, here comes the grill master. I need a fork for him. There was a fork over there.
What's up? What's
Can you
up?
give me a knife out of there.
Yeah.
Oh man, what kind of drink is this? This look very fruity.
Okay, here you go.
So the,
Okay, this is for the grill master, guys. Okay,
man, that
here's
looks-
a knife.
Wow, that looks scrumptious.
That is a frosted cherry bomb. That's the drink.
Frosted
Okay, I'm gonna
cherry
make-
bomb.
Beautiful assistant.
Woo! There it is.
Okay, let me get that cut.
Oh man, oh yeah. Oh yeah, talk to me now. Oops.
Okay.
Oops.
All right, trying to get this out of here.
Baby, you know what this put me in the mindset of? My
The
favorite.
eggplant parmesan.
Oh man, that's it right
I
there.
know.
That's it right
You
there.
want your little end piece? That's what you want.
No, actually, what did it do?
Oh man.
That one looks prettier.
Whatever. Okay. All right.
Darling, this came out way better than what we thought it was.
Now, what you thought it was? See, he doubted my skills, y'all.
No, we thought the meat was real thin.
It
you know,
was, but you still doubted my skills.
you made heaven out of it.
Yeah, you
Let's
doubted
taste
my
it. I'm
skills.
gonna taste it. It's
Mm,
beautiful.
mm.
Everything looks so good. Everything could just be its own food on its own dinner by
Oh, that
itself.
is nice.
Oh man, I don't even need like too many pieces of like utensils or anything. I could just use my fork
That's
and
nice.
break the meat right off.
You like
I
it?
did.
Oh yeah.
yeah, very tender.
Now we hit this. What is this? Macaroni and cheese.
No, this is like a little fettuccine type sauce.
Oh my god,
Like sauce.
I can't even. Oh my god.
Yeah, good hand.
Woo! Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
right. Woo!
Wait.
Mm.
Like you know, the first thing I thought about.
Mhm.
There used to be this God, I can't remember if it was Olive Tree or Olive Garden. It was the
Olive Garden.
what was it, the Italian trio, or like it
Yeah.
had like the lasagna, the fettuccine.
Mhm.
It tastes like that, but like 10 times, like what it dreamed that it could be.
Good,
one
what
day.
it could be, right?
She's talking about
Oh my
there is
gosh.
Olive Garden has this Italian trio, and I wasn't even thinking about that when I did this, but yeah, you're right. It has an Italian trio, and the Italian trio has fettuccine noodles. It has
That's nice.
lasagna, and this is
And
how you know it
chicken.
has chicken parmesan. It has chicken parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even thinking about that when I made this, but okay.
Woo!
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I must add, the cheese has excellent pull.
They
And,
do.
yeah, that cheese, the mixture of those two cheeses, yeah, it's everything, y'all. It's everything. Okay, let me move this back. I'm gonna get myself a fork. I'm gonna be the judge of this. Let's see. And I like to use the plastic.
And this is your edition of garlic bread.
No, that's my rendition of herb bread.
Herb bread.
You know, y'all would think that he never eats anything until we get on the weekend, right? Like as if he never had no food before. Okay, the way he act. Okay. This should not be shocking.
Mm.
Okay. This should not be shocking. Okay, so let me taste this stuff, y'all. Okay, because he's sitting over here.
And it's delicious.
Okay. All right, so let me see. Okay, what do I taste first? Let's see. Let's see what this turkey is all about. It is tender. I'm not having a problem cutting it. Okay. This is what it looks like. The turkey. Wow.
And not dry at all.
This is not dry. Just enough coating. And yes, I did step up this bargain brand spaghetti sauce. Oh, yes. They're delicious. Oh, my goodness. I wish I did have a restaurant. I'd go to my restaurant. I sure would. But this is. And it wasn't that expensive to make this. But it's impressive. So let me try this. It goes very well.
Go with it, don't it? Mm-hmm.
It complements this. Now, when I was making it, you're like, why are you putting fettuccine here and you got spaghetti sauce? Because I wanted it to be distinctive dishes. I wasn't even thinking about that trio thing. But that's what I accomplished here, but even better. Well, there you have it. Like I said, you know the signs. We told you some here. Think on these things. Either go get some help, have a conversation with your partner, or run as fast as you can. Don't be the gingerbread man. Okay? Either way, I'm going to wish you guys, and whether it is a relationship with someone else or just your relationship in growth with yourself, I hope you find your rhythm and dance. And I'm going to say, also, this is some good stuff. Y'all need to cook this. Yes, you do. Anyhow, you know what I wish you. I'm going to wish y'all some love, peace, and happiness moving forward each and every day. I will see you next week. We're going to be doing loans topic. That's going to be interesting. She's a troublemaker. You know that? She's a troublemaker. Yes, she is. She gonna get me in trouble. Yes, she is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What'd you say? The tour of KC? Lord, I swear, you are the bomb. Yes, you are. Y'all, thank you for coming. I'm going to see y'all next week. Try not to work too hard out there. Bye. I'm going to eat this, y'all. And I'm really going to go to sleep. I promise you I'm going to go to sleep for real. Yeah, well, that's once I can turn this off. Anyway. Okay, there you go. Bye.